Lockdowns continue, so we have to continue close quarters. My name is Danu and welcome to Hi TV as we sit down for another conversation about the new normal. Today I'm speaking to Kevin Cruze, who is known for his huge amount of presence when it comes to theatre. I've had the privilege of even being directed by him for a play. So today I want to speak a little bit about what's happening to the English theatre industry or the theatre industry in Sri Lanka, because we have been a set of people who have enjoyed theatre. Kevin, thank you for joining me for a quick conversation.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So tell me now, you run Call Theatre 7, like this whole thing called theatre is something that we all enjoyed doing and there was always an audience for it. From 2020, we have been closed down. How is it to not be at the Lionel event?
Well, COVID, it has all caught us off guard, right? It's very interesting that you asked me this question, and there's this story that comes to mind, and it's a story that was told by my father. So is it okay if I share this? It's a Kutti story.
Kutti story.
So there was this individual, and he was not feeling well. So he went to the doctor, and he told him that, I can't fall asleep. So the doctor just did the initial checkups and just prescribed a few pills. He said, okay, take it, come again next week. He came again next week and he said, doctor, I'm still not falling asleep. And the doctor said, okay, I'll increase the dose. And he went. And he came again next week and he said, doctor, it's not working. The doctor was like, okay, I think I'll need to, send you to a consultant, and I'm sure this time it's going to work. He came again next week and he said, doctor, it's not working, but I think I know what's bothering me. I don't think I'm happy. And then this doctor said, he laughed and he said, my friend, I think I've got the perfect medicine for you. I go to this place when I'm stressed out, when after my initial breakups, issues with marriages, work stress. There's one place I go to. And I just lose, when I come out of that performance, I'm very happy and content in life. You need to come and see this guy. So he said, okay, brilliant. I think this is the exact medicine I need. What is this place? He's called Jack the Clown. And this individual, he was all happy. And then there was a difference in tone, in his mood. The doctor asked why. He said, doctor, I am Jack. I am that clown. So I think the entertainment industry, Danu, right now is like that. Right now, I think most of us can't fall asleep thinking what to do, and we being the entertainers. And for us, Danu, English theatre, as in we are okay somewhat, but I feel a lot for our colleagues in the Sinhala theatre industry, where they do this for a living.
Correct.
The musicians who do this for a living, and the crew, and when I say crew, it's the people who come and set the stage for us, who build the set, who bring lights, who bring sounds, and I really feel for them. I think it has impacted a lot, and I think as theatre practitioners, that is what I was trying to do as well, to revive the industry in May, to do something. It wasn't 100%. But even with 50% audience, I thought, if I do something, these individuals will get paid in some way or form. So right now, Danu, it's still locked down and we are not able to do anything, but I'm sure when it's opened up, there are quite a few directors who have a lot of shows lined up to showcase.
Something I wanted to ask you was, in terms of before lockdown, sponsorship for productions or theatre was such a hard find. And I do remember when you were doing Greece, there was a bomb attack and that really crippled the production, thinking whether we are actually even going to go ahead and have people gather in one place. How do you think it's going to be when we do come out of COVID? Do you think investors will come forward?
It's going to be tough, Danu. To be honest, regardless of COVID or not, it was anyway
Tough. Yeah.
To get sponsors on board, but there were very generous companies and a few family and friends who came forward to support us. So it is going to be tough, and that's something that we always, the arts in general, not only in English theatre, I think Sinhala theatre is worse when it comes to getting sponsorships. But that's something we live through anyway, and it's only going to get tougher, and I think we all know that. But I think we need to stick to our instincts in these times, as in, and our strengths. And our strength is, I don't have to do something, only if I get a sponsor. And we need to have that, what do you say, that mindset built in us to say, you know what, we are going to do this anyway, regardless of whether we get funding or not. Because ultimately, the people will come and support us. If it's a good production, they will help us by buying or purchasing a ticket to at least cover the cost.
Pay up the cost. In terms of the Lionel Went, there are so many stages in our country, but in terms of theatre, Lionel Went has been a #1 choice for most directors because of the acoustics just being perfect there, and it has been home for a lot of us. How are these buildings surviving during this time? Do you know?
I don't know, to be honest. I honestly don't know how the building is surviving. But again, like I said, I wanted to do something because, like I mentioned before, so that these places get paid. See, even with that 50% restriction, I said to myself, I'll take that hit as long as I cover my cost. But I will go and do it. I don't want a 100% audience. I'll do the 50% because, people like the Vent or people who work at the Vent will get paid. And these are little things that we can do to the country, to revive the industry, to, help someone else. I'm just not happy just being at home and, getting paid because I'm doing a job. If I can help someone else by doing theatre, that's, that's what I wanted to do with my production that I wanted to stage in May. I knew it was not going to be 100%, but I still wanted to go ahead because I can help someone else, to get paid.
In terms of this whole online thing now, because it has become normal, even you are doing online theatre classes. Is it as strong as performing in front of a live audience or being there to see the emotions just in front of you? Because does it kill the momentum?
Me personally, I don't. There probably might be different opinions, but for me personally, there is a clear distinction between a movie and theatre. A movie, you can watch it in the cinema, in your phones, in your TV. Now, the experience might differ, watching it in TV and, watching it in the cinema. But you have that option of watching a movie. But in theatre, the beauty of theatre is that you can see it live. The atmosphere the actors create is live, and that's something the audience will experience in a theatre. So you can't replicate that, Danu, by doing it online. You might as well do a movie or a short film. Now the reason why like you very correctly said, I started online theatre classes, that is because the kids now are not exposed to all these workshops,
any type of co-curricular activities.
Exactly. So they need to be in touch. They need to get that from somewhere, and that is where we chip in, and we started or I started the online classes so that they can be in line or practice those in some way or form. If it's not physically, at least through online, they know some of the tricks of theatre.
Something that I wanted to ask is, now, like today for this shoot, it took me so long to just get out of bed knowing that I have to leave home at like 9 o'clock, because we have just got used to having no schedule and schedule that is flexible on our own side. Do you think people will be interested in coming back, because everyone is hooked on Netflix and Prime, and it's just everyone is so glued onto screens these days? Do you think they are going to change this lifestyle? Because research has shown that people even coming to work is now a problem, because they're like, listen, we save so much of money by doing the same job at home. Why should we actually come here? Do you think this is going to be a change in the way we have lived life till 2019?
See, if a virus, for me, can change the way we think, I think we as humans, we are much more stronger than a virus. And as long as there are, for example, me, I would, I have a few things lined up when we are out of this to, go out there to the audience and showcase that. That's not something the virus can do, right? And I know there are people like, Feroz was trying, he staged his RC Clan on YouTube. And that was, I had another session, but when I was there for about half an hour, there were about 700 people watching it. And people like that are trying to revive theatre. They are trying to keep, the theatre, the culture with the community. I know Jan Aloysius is working on a few original
Musicals,
scripts, and he's, waiting to, showcase that to the audience. Veterans like Jerome, they have lined up a few shows with the kids, and there is about 50-60 member cast, a singular cast, trying to do a film with, not a film, sorry, a play with Jerome. So all these people are waiting to go out there. So for me, if a virus changed our mentality of, staying at home, we are much more stronger than the virus, Danu, and I think once we are done with this, we have to play our part. And if everyone plays their part, and the sooner we are done with this, I think we are much more stronger than the virus to come out of it.
We do have a ministry for cultural affairs, considering the fact that that's for arts and everything that's creative and anything that's oriented in promoting talent. Do you think they have stepped forward to do something right, or do you feel that they have stayed back?
Again, that's not something I know, Danu, and I've been doing arts or theatre for 21 years now, and I have not depended on anyone but myself and my company, as in terms of my friends, when I say company, and the community. All I needed was, I wanted to do something, and I have a group that's supporting me, and that's all the energy I need, Danu, to go out there. And if I can help someone else, that's all. I don't want to cloud my head with a lot of things, unknowns. Will they help? Will they come forward? Would they do that? Last Saturday I trained 10 kids, and that brought me a lot of satisfaction. I didn't need a cultural affair or whoever to come and give me that satisfaction. If they are coming forward to help us, great. But I think as theatre practitioners and people, we need to be strong and believe in our own strengths. So it has got me so far. If they are helping, great. But if not, I'm just going to continue what I'm doing. Yes.
All right. So there was actually in the earlier regime as well, there was actually something called the cultural hub to go and get your sort of services taken to a bigger level. But I think we need to find ways of keeping the arts in our country going. And I think Colombo is really trying desperately to keep theatre or musicals or some sort of it alive. When all of this is over, what do you hope to put up on stage?
So last year, 2020 was our 7th year, and we associate with this number 7 for many reasons, personal reasons for me, and how I started theatre. So I wanted to go back to my usual or signature genres of murder mysteries. So we were actually rehearsing that. But COVID had different plans, and it's just a reminder that things don't happen the way you plan always. So it's still on hold, that project, Danu. So it's a murder mystery. Again, I'm going back to one of Agatha's classics, and I think people will enjoy that. I probably will open with that once things settle down. Yeah,
at least with 50% capacity.
Yes, correct. But right now, Danu, I think what's more important is the safety of people and my actors. I don't want to expose them to the virus or the audience. So provided that everything is safe and the country is safe, then with 50%, correct, I'm willing to showcase it.
Amazing. All right. Thank you for speaking to us today. And one thing that we can always say is make sure that you keep our talents alive. And that's the most important thing. When I say our, I mean our country's talents alive. So hoping for the best. And Hopefully, these will change and new times will come forward when it comes to English theatre. So, if you are someone who loves theatre, please support when it actually opens up again. Thank you so much, Kevin, for joining.
Thank you, Danu.
We'll see you soon with another edition to Close Quarters. Till then, be safe.